right, everybody, welcome. Big times here. Week number 6, the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, live from Bridgeport Speedway, just outside of the heart, New Jersey, Swedesboro, to be exact. Want to send some big thank yous out to High Octane Coffee Company. Not your average coffee shop, not your average coffee. And, of course, Full Throttle Battery, power on demand. FK Rod Ends, making components in the USA the right way, in the official tire of the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, Yokohama Tire, inspired for your next adventure. AMSOIL, the first in synthetics, and Renegade Products likes to remind you to never ride dirty. It is time for week number 6 of the Outlaw Monster Truck Drag. Welcome, everybody, back into the big show here on the High Octane Coffee Company pre-show. And, of course, we're going to meet some of the superstars here of the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags as we bring them in, as they get ready for this battle here. Week number 6 from Bridgeport Speedway in Swedesboro, New Jersey. Drew is in the bullpen. You guys get yourselves ready. Drew Mankind Epler, the driver of the legendary Snakebite. Drew, how you doing on this Tuesday night?
I'm doing great. I'm waiting for these superstars to show up. Where they at?
Man, you're one of them. You drive that snake bike there, Joe. He said he's looking for the superstars there. Joe Sylvester's in the booth with me. I think he qualifies as a superstar. Drew, what do you think?
Oh yeah, he does. He does, but I know I don't.
We had to pull Joe in. Joe, we got you back in the booth. Scott Rain's got some stuff going on. So, Joe Sylvester, you're with me. We're hanging out, having a good time.
That's right. I definitely don't have the gift of gab as much as Scott does, but I'll do my best.
Yeah, you will. You're going to have to carry that torch. Now, Drew, week number 6, of course, the tracks never get any easier. You guys have been practicing on this beast. What are some of your thoughts about the track and the setup here in Bridgeport Speedway?
It's definitely old school with the straight line drag racing, but you got to think with your head. You can't just flat foot it. But once you get off that first big jump, you can really lay the power down, and there's gonna be some wild finishes at the far end.
Joey, you just had a chance to take some passes on it. Is Drew telling the truth right now?
Oh yeah, just in true Joe Sylvester fashion, I just downloaded the track about 15 minutes ago and started practicing on it just before the show. So it definitely, yeah, he's definitely not lying. There's some steep jumps on it for racing, and if you think you're going to go out there and just put it to the wood, you're going to go for a ride, and you're definitely going to not do yourself any favors in racing. That's for sure.
So, Drew, here's what we got. Racing winner, week 1, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Racing winner, week 2, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Racing winner, week 4, John Zimmer, Terminal Velocity. Racing, week 5, John Zimmer Jr. So it's going to take some mighty lifting out there, but can you get this job done? Can somebody knock this young man's tiara askew, Drew? Can it be you?
I don't think it's going to be me, but he knows what he's doing with these with the virtual trucks here, and he got in there into the programming and did some fine tuning on it, and that truck of his is it's a great truck. Plus, with him been running this system so long, it's like an extension of his body in a way, and you just can't beat him. But hopefully maybe old Snake's got some snake oil in his tank ready for
Never can tell, brother. Hey Joe, I've always said that about some of the superstars that I've seen out there, the Ryan Andersons and Son of a Digger, and you've also been in that same category. These trucks become an extension of the people driving them. And have you felt that same thing here in the virtual world, or not quite the same yet, Joey?
No, I am definitely not at that level in the virtual world yet, not by a long shot. I definitely feel way more comfortable behind the wheel in my real bad habit than I do the simulator one.
Well, hey, we got nothing but time here, ladies and gentlemen. Drew, we're going to let you go. Do whatever it is that you do. Sniff your smelling salts or burn your incense. Drew Epler, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for week number 6 here in Swedesboro, New Jersey. So, man, oh, man. Joey Sylvester, there's a lot of folks that are hopping in and out of this thing. We're looking every single week. The numbers are going up and up. The virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags it's kind of taken off a little bit.
Yeah, man, it's definitely kind of filling a void for all of us right now. Hopefully hopefully the fans, as well as all the drivers and performers here, it's kind of filling the void that, we're all missing the real shows, and hopefully we can get back in action sooner than later. Unfortunately, I had to cancel the inaugural Outlaw Monster Truck Drags at 4th of July at the Canfield Fairgrounds here in my hometown, and just not quite sure what was going to happen around that time, if we were going to be allowed to do shows yet, and if we were, what kind of restrictions we were going to be under. So unfortunately, we had to pull the plug on that until next year. But I got something else up my sleeve right now. I can't say what it is, but if all goes as planned, there'll be a big announcement coming up here this week for the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, the real Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, not the virtual one.
Outstanding, man. We always love to hear that kind of news. Of course, if you guys are out there and people are looking, tell them to go to the Joey Sylvester YouTube channel, and we'll be broadcasting live from there tonight. So if you've got friends out there and you're on social media, throw them over to the Joe Sylvester YouTube channel, and you can watch live the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags and have a good time with us. We always have a good time. And man, Joe, when you talk about this, the whole world, things are always changing. We lost kid KJ, a superstar, very bright young man. And I know it hurt you because you saw this young man, much like I did, grow up in the sport. We never know what tomorrow holds. We never know what the next hour holds. And this community that we have is very special. So I'm sure that you feel the same way I feel about Kid KJ and his family, and of course all of his fans. Man, it is just one of those things. Some stars burn so bright that they only burn for a very short time. And I think I put Kid KJ in that category.
Yeah, man, he was awesome. His family's great people, and I've known him since he was 6 years old. So yeah, to say the news came as anything less than a devastating blow would be a lie. It was terrible when I got the news the other day, and just my heart goes out to his family at this time. I'm glad I got to speak to him a couple weeks ago, and we got to catch up for about an hour. He and his little brother and their small fleet of mini monster trucks were all going to be at my show in Canfield that we were playing in, and it's a shame. He had such a bright future, and hopefully we could all go out there and make him proud this year when we get back to doing shows. I know I'm going to definitely do my best, and the first show that I'm going to go do out in the real world is going to be dedicated to KJ. So like I said, my heart goes out to his family.
So Kid KJ is a superstar now, riding with the Angels. He's going to be in our thoughts and our prayers. And we want all the fans and, of course, all the competitors to make sure that you take a moment and pay homage to the young superstar who is no longer here with us. But Outlaw Monster Truck Drags here on a Tuesday night. We're going to keep on carrying that torch because this is an amazing community that we have. Now, whether it's a virtual community, motorsports community, we've got great people behind us. Now we're moments away from week number 6, coming to you live from Bridgeport Speedway in Swedesboro, New Jersey. Guys, get yourself some popcorn, and settle in because it's almost time for the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags week number 6. The day after Memorial Day, we want to send a big thank you out to all the brave men and women of the United States Armed Forces, the Marines, the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, and of course, the United States Coast Guards. Thank you so much for all of the sacrifices that you put on your plate to defend our great republic. Memorial Day, very special time, and here in the motorsports world, we love our troops. So ladies and gentlemen, God bless all of our brave men and women in the United States, and God bless the United States of America as we get ready for week number 6 here from Bridgeport Speedway in Swedesboro, New Jersey.
What's up? I'm Joe Sylvester, driver of the Bad Habit Monster Truck, and this is the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags.
I wanna stand up 100 feet tall, 'cause fear will never lead my way. I'm ready to run 100 miles strong. I will never be the same. Waking the lions in me. I'm waking the lions in me. Waking the lions in me. Waking the lions in me. I'm waking the lions in me. I'm waking the lions in me.
This is the Virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Brought to you by Full Throttle Battery, Amsoil, Renegade Products, FK Rod Ends, Yokohama Tire, and High Octane Coffee Company.
Welcome, everybody, to Bridgeport Speedway from Swedesboro, New Jersey. This is week number 6 of the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, and we're getting ready to jump right into the action. My name's Ken Nowitzki. I'm joined in the booth by my boy, Joey Sylvester. Joe, we're getting ready for race number 1 and round number 1. We're not wasting any time, are we?
No, we're not. It's a Memorial Day special. We got a couple of special themed trucks. I think everybody will see once we line them up. A couple special paint jobs. But right now we got Brian Segal and Spike coming up against Overkill Evolution. Tommy Veriloni. Awesome to see Tommy back in action here this weekend. He's one of those guys that does a lot behind the scenes for this whole production.
So we've got some great matchups. Spike in Overkill Evolution. The light is green. Look at the way those ramps shoot you straight up in the air.
Oh, yeah, they're steep.
Finish. My goodness.
There's going to be a lot of that tonight, Ken. There's going to be a lot of that. Everybody's going for the gusto, and you really can't on this track. You know, the jumps are steep, and that's by design. It's if you just flat foot it, that's what's going to happen. But unfortunately, it didn't work out too well for Overkill there.
Oh my God, I love it. Spike just taking a chomp out of Overkill Evolution, flying through the air like a madman. Hey, listen, race number 1. This is the way we roll here at Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Big air and just total carnage in the first race. But Joey, we still got that reset button, babe.
Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure he'll be back for freestyle. There's no worries about that.
That's exactly right. No sponsors getting too upset about it. So race number 1 in the books, and Spike takes out Overkill Evolution. I know Tommy's not too excited about that, but that sets up round number 2. Spike's going to be taking on Terminal Velocity, but man, oh man, what a great way to kick off week number 6 here from Bridgeport Speedway. Man, that's awesome. Danny Mass getting ready to come out and cluster truck. I see what he did there, Joey. I see that.
That's right. It's a cluster truck out there. Danny Mass of Mass Media. He is he's a photographer. Does a lot of monster truck shows. And then we got Vincent Accard and the War Machine new truck with us here this weekend. Comes out of Rick Disharoon's camp, and first time running with us here this weekend.
Awesome
Tuesday,
stuff.
Not this weekend.
Yeah, well, it's an extended weekend here. We got him set up there on top of those probably 15, 20-foot hills, and of course, boom, green light.
There you go. That's how you got to hit it right there. That was great.
Smooth. Ooh, look at Danny. Oh, and of course, man, oh man, War Machine taking no prisoners. Old Vincent Accard over there having fun freestyling early. It's a 2-for-1, racing and freestyle, Joe.
That's right. That both guys had a good run there. But I got to jump out of the booth and jump into the truck now, Ken.
All right, Joe Sylvester's hopping into that brand new Bad Habit. You guys are going to love this, man. The paint scheme, Memorial Day, love the troop. Love all those brave men and women, and we never want to forget about them here on this Memorial Day version of Outlaw Monster Truck Drags from Swedesboro, New Jersey, Bridgeport Speedway here. So cluster truck through to the next round and knocking out War Machine, a beautiful Jeep. Willies, look at that, man, just throwing it down. Riptide getting ready to take on Bad Habit. Joe Sylvester left the booth. Want to send a big thank you out to High Octane Coffee Company, not your average coffee shop, and of course, not your average coffee. Man, I hope my boy Jacob is out there listening, having a good time. Jacob knows cool. Mr. Mumpower. Of course, there's Joe Sylvester in the Bad Habit. Brand new setup, and those Yokohama tires taking on my man, the Reverend Big Bradley Shaw in Riptide. Crush This a Monster Truck podcast. Been on there a couple times. Good stuff. Looks like we've got one of the trucks up there staged, trying to make sure he's got it dialed in. And who do we got here? Looks like, not quite sure who's up there yet. Bad Habit is all ready to go. Bradley Shaw coming in a little bit late to the party, but you know what, man? He's a big personality, and he's going to get into the game. He sees old Bad Habit sitting up there on the near lane. We're going to push him over into the far lane. Now, if we're taking bets here, Bradley Shaw, he's a warrior, but he's going up against the quintessential professional in Bad Habit, waiting for green, race number 3 of round number 1. Here we go. Beautiful night here, virtual night. Taking it easy. Bradley Shaw and Bad Habit both launching it. Now they got to get on that loud pedal. Look at that Bad Habit paint scheme, man. Red, white, and blue. That's bad. Memorial Day looking good. But Bradley Shaw just takes it to Big Joe. Joe's going to hop back in here. We're going to have a little talk about this. I don't know about all that nonsense, but man. Woo, Bradley Shaw taking no prisoners in there. Oh, Riptide getting through round number 1. Bradley Shaw still in the big show going into round number 2. Joe Sylvester will be back here in the booth with me shortly, and he will now have more time to kind of see the way the field unfolds. To the left side of the bracket, you can see is full. Elite 8 on this side. Terminal Velocity Spike cluster truck getting ready to take on Riptide. We're going to head on over to the east side of the bracket in Aftermath and Stinger Unleashed on deck. Joey, are you back in the booth?
I'm back, man, and my truck was doing the same thing it was doing to me last week too, where it was driving like I had my foot on the brake for some reason. I don't know what the deal is. Some sort of a computer glitch, and I am no good with computers, so I had no idea how to fix it.
Well, you know what? Bradley Shaw, man, he didn't look back. Old boy got on it, got through. Riptide is into the Elite 8. But, man, now you get to hang out with me and have a good time as we get ready to go to the other side of the bracket with the boy on the other side. Oh, Bad Habit. Look at that screenshot. Joe Sylvester, great paint scheme.
Yeah. Chuck, Jams Customs did that for me as a tribute for Memorial Day. It's a patriotic Bad Habit, red, white, and blue. It looks sick. It looks sick. Too bad I couldn't get out of the first round. So that means we just got to go big in freestyle.
That's exactly right. Man, you were going slow so everybody could take it all in. You no need.
It was just a parade lap. It wasn't a race. It was a parade lap.
A lot of people do parade laps before freestyle, before the show. You said, "No, man, I'm going to roll out here in racing, and I'm going to cruise. I'm going to roll through this." So I like it. It works. I'm in the boat. Getting ready to head on over to the other side of the bracket. Aftermath in CP3, Chucky Pawkin looking like his old man there, Joe Sylvester.
That's right. He's got the Chucky dance down, and I'll tell you what, man. He's got a buy run here, and not like he needs it, man. He's tough to beat on the sim. He's definitely got a lot of seat time on this thing.
Man, and out of all the people to get a buy run, Chucky Pawkin is not the one that should be doing it because, man, oh, man, look, he just goes hammer down. He's not looking for anything. He doesn't hold back. And I got to be honest with you, Joe, that looks like about the fastest run of the night so far, and he didn't even competition. So Aftermath, boom, through to the next round.
Definitely a very clean run. It'll be interesting to see the time there. And he spent a lot of time up in the air, and you don't make up much time in the air. I think Danny Moss he had like the picture perfect run He flew nice and low. He downsided the landing of the double, and he won his round. So we'll see how Chucky does.
Old Chucky Pawkins, CP3, great stuff going through to take on Avenger in the Elite 8, getting ready for the final 4 trucks to see who's going to fill out the Elite 8. Snakebite, the Wrecker, and of course the Monster Blog out there almost ready to take on last weekend's winner, freestyle winner, Granger Racing. Good stuff here on deck. Joe Sylvester, man, lots of competition, lots of great stuff out here.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome to see all these guys keep coming back week after week, and we're having some fun. And we're going to take a little break after this week. Not quite sure where we're going to do another one again. There's a lot of stuff going on right now out in the world, and everybody's got their own plans, and hopefully shows are starting up soon. And a lot of these guys are working on trucks, and some of them are still working on schoolwork too. So we're I'm just glad everybody's been able to make this last as long as it has, and it's been quite the production, I think.
Man, the guys that are behind the scenes, you'll never understand. For all you fans that are out there watching, this has been a labor of love for them. There have been so many man hours put into this. You turn on YouTube and you sit down at your computer and you don't realize what's going on behind the scenes. But, man, we've got some amazing people that are behind the scenes making this happen. Drew, Mankind Epler, and Snakebite pulling up to that high-octane coffee company starting line, Joe Sylvester. Look, just a picture of health.
And we got two dudes here, man. Aaron's a veteran driver, and you got Mankind. He's a crew chief on Bigfoot. So it'll be cool here. It's fun to see guys that come out from the real world and jump on the sim. And usually we don't do very well, but we have a good time.
The Wrecker, Snakebite, green light. Wrecker getting a little bit kittywampus, having a good time out there, but Lord have mercy, shooting himself straight up into the air and not going to get the win, but a fun run nonetheless. But Drew, Mankind Epler getting across that Amsoil finish line like a boss. Man, oh man. As one of the few independently owned oil companies, we've always stood apart from the big oil companies. They maintain the freedom to formulate products based on performance, not price. The result is a complete product line of full synthetic lubricants that help you push the limits of vehicle performance, power, and speed. Amsoil right there. Snakebite through to the Elite 8. One more round coming up here, Joe Sylvester, and we're going to have that Elite 8 field already.
That's right. We got Blake Granger coming up in the Granger Racing truck. He had this truck designed to match his racing quad. It's got all of his sponsors on there, Maxxis, Fox, and Ross Bonar from the Monster Blog coming in with the Monster Blog entry for the night. This is also a new truck on Rigs of Rods. And if you don't know the Monster Blog, then you don't know Monster Trucks. So check them out.
The Monster Blog, indeed, the one-stop shop. It's basically the USA Today of the monster truck world. Great green light. Both trucks very even, lining up. Now the monster, look at this.
Oh, no sky wheelies and racing, Blake. No sky wheelies and racing.
Oh, boy,
I don't think Blake had
time.
much time to test this track out either. So that might have been his first pass on this track, and I guarantee you that took him by surprise.
Well, this just gives us more time to talk about the Monster Blog. Now, if you guys are monster truck fans and you don't go to the Monster Blog, you have to go to the Monster Blog, because the Monster Blog online is where you find out everything from the teams, the promoters, what's happening week in and week out from not just Monster Jam or Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live, anywhere. They've got coverage and tentacles everywhere. The Monster Blog is your one-stop shop to get all that information. Hopefully Ross will hang on here. We'll get a chance to interview him. Great guy. Worked really hard to build that brand. And, man, the Monster Blog is absolutely someplace you have to go. So, Joe Sylvester, the Elite 8 is now set.
That's right. We got Terminal Velocity coming up. He had a bye to the second round going up against Spike. It's going to be a good race, man. Terminal Velocity, John Zimmer Jr., he's been tough, man. Jay-Z Jr., we started calling him last weekend with Mikey Waters, dubbed him that nickname. And, man, anytime he gets on the track here on the sim, he's definitely the man to beat.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Week 1, racing winner. Week 2, racing winner. 4 and 5, racing winner. So we are set here. Spike getting ready to do battle against Terminal Velocity. Race number 1 of the Elite 8. Green light, here we go.
Spike with a little bit of a hole shot there, but he goes off the side. Oh, he saves it, but unfortunately, he's going to lose the race.
Yes, let's just go.
That's how you finish a race in style right there.
That's exactly right. Especially when you ain't got to work on it, but to push a button. My goodness. Well, that was entertaining. But
Terminal velocity going into the semifinals.
Man, but, let's be honest. Spike is a great competitor. Terminal velocity just on rails. These first 6 weeks have been great for JZ Jr.
Yeah, this is a challenging track. It's another variation of our Outlaw Drags straight line racing track, and we try to throw a little different angle to the ramps this week, and it's definitely throwing guys for a loop a little bit.
So great stuff. Final Four has its first competitor, locked and loaded, terminal velocity, John Zimmer Jr., and it would appear that having a first-round bye did not rattle him in the least. Now, getting ready to head down to the bottom side of the bracket here at the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags in Bridgeport Speedway from New Jersey. Getting ready. Cluster Truck and Riptide. Woo!
That's right. Brad Shaw's out there in Riptide. Brad Shaw's the second half of the Crush This podcast with Cheech. And them guys have people on every single week from the industry, from drivers to crew guys to promoters, truck owners. And it's definitely picking up steam, man. The podcast is entertaining, and they do a lot of really good in-depth conversations. They've been doing some live video, too, lately with the podcast.
Well, and they're both good guys. Cheech and, of course, Brad are good fellas. They're very in tune with the industry, and and they know the right questions to ask you to get you going. Here, race number 2 in the Elite Eight. We've got ourselves Cluster Truck and Riptide. The light is green. Here we go.
Not quite as smooth as his first run, but he still takes the checkers.
Now, we got to make sure. I don't know do we have a rule for the tires, Joe Sylvester? Is there a rule? Because it
not
like
really.
The cluster truck got two of the 4 tires on the ramp. I don't know if that matters.
Yeah, we don't get too picky at the Outlaw Drag.
Doesn't matter.
We don't get too picky. It's a sim, and we just try to keep things rolling and keep things interesting. We talked about having some technical penalties and stuff like that. I just don't think it would be very entertaining for the fans if we started getting into that. It's tricky to control these things out there. That your depth perception isn't there because you're sitting in front of a computer screen, so it gets challenging.
Joe Sylvester, the big softy. You guys never knew that about him, but he's a big old softy. Cluster Truck is through to the final four.
No, you're understanding me all wrong. That's the Outlaw side of things. We're not real big on rules.
Not big on rules. That's right. You're rule breakers by design. So that side of the bracket is, oh my goodness, we're ready to get going to the other bracket. I'm loving the flow so far. Kyle Knickerbocker, Avenger, getting ready to hit the track for the first time tonight to take on Aftermath, Joe Sylvester.
And the Patriotic Avenger, another one with a patriotic Memorial Day red, white, and blue scheme on the Avenger truck.
So this is a battle of the young guns here, a little young gun shootout. Check this out, Joe.
Absolutely. Kyle's actually the one that designed this track, and he puts a ton of time in with the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. I kind of give him some ideas of what I want to see for a track, and then he makes it happen.
Knickerbocker, oh my goodness, great start for both trucks. Hammer down. Avenger! Woo!
Oh, clean pass for Avenger. Kyle Knickerbocker, that was a picture-perfect run on this track, and Chucky putting on a freestyle exhibition out there for sure, but unfortunately not going to get across the finish line first.
Love it. Hey, but at the end of the day, Avenger and Terminal Velocity both had first-round buys on this tough track. Didn't get a chance to run in that first race, but both of them had advanced through, Joe Sylvester. That's key. That just goes to show you they're young, but they've got themselves dialed in and they know their trucks.
Oh, you're absolutely right. They sure do. They got a lot of time on the sim, and it definitely shows, man. Them guys are hard to beat every single time we get on here, man. So up next, we got the Monster Blog and Snake Bite. Again, Ross Bonar with the Monster Blog. Been covering monster truck shows for well over a decade now, and Mankind coming up cruising in Snakebite. He's a crew chief on the mighty Bigfoot team.
He is. I've been working with him a lot on the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Tour. Good person, and had an interview with him during the High Octane Coffee Company pre-show. He wasn't expecting much, so if he can upset the old Monster Blog here, he'll be in the Final Four. Light goes green, and they are off.
Pretty evenly matched off the start over the double. Oh, Monster Blog takes a bad bounce, and it's Snakebite.
Man, old Snakebite, just raring up, getting things done, taking out the Monster Blog. Look at this.
Two really good runs there. Solid runs from both trucks.
Well, Drew Mankind seems to have this track figured out, and there you go, Joe Sylvester, our Final Four set.
That's exciting to see him get to the semifinals, and he's got, one more race to go here, and he's in the final round. It's been cool to see him progress week after week, and he's been just like me. He's been struggling on the sim, and it's cool to see him starting to go make some rounds here.
So the Yokohama Final Four, Terminal Velocity taking on Cluster Truck and Avenger getting ready to take on Drew Mankind Epler and Snakebite. Yokohama, man, inspired to go strong. Yokohama Tires, the official tire here of the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. And Joe Sylvester, you have a little bit of a deal with Yokohama, don't you?
That's right. We're really excited. We just announced the marketing partnership with Yokohama a couple months ago, something we've been working on for the past year. And it's really exciting. It's been a challenge to see tire manufacturers get involved in our sport. And, it's really cool that a big manufacturer like Yokohama has taken notice of what we're doing with monster trucks. And we're excited to represent them out there and make them proud.
So Yokohama Tires hops in. The Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, and of course with the Bad Habit Racing Team Final Four is set. Things are looking good. Last week's racing winner, John Zimmer Jr. from Granby, North Carolina, still out there ready to do battle. And of course, don't forget, old Blake Granger was a freestyle winner in Granger Racing last week, but now it is time here to see what's going to happen between Cluster Truck and Terminal Velocity waiting on the green light.
This is going to be a great race, Ken. Both trucks have been really smooth all night, and they definitely got this track dialed in.
So that green light's going to happen. We're going to see some cool stuff. There we go, Joe.
Looking good over the double. Oh, that's close. What a finish, but I think it's going to go to Terminal Velocity.
Man, look at the freestyle. These guys are just
Crashing everywhere.
All hang out. It's like maximum destruction. Woo! Man, Terminal Velocity through.
Trucks cartwheeling across the finish line.
No shame in the game at all. So Terminal Velocity makes a pass that takes him into the championship round.
Man, Jay-Z Jr. in the final round again.
Man, this kid's just on rails. I don't
is.
know, man. We're going to have to drug test him or something after this weekend because he's getting ridiculous. Man, he's got to be doing something. It's not right. Drives like his old man, doesn't he, Joe?
Sure does. Sure does.
So left that side of the bracket, Terminal Velocity is in. Woo! Look at this, man. Old Avenger rolling in fast and hard.
Racing to the starting line.
57 Bel Air Chevrolet getting ready to take on that concept truck, the Snakebite. I'm not going to make a prediction here, Joe Sylvester, but I'm predicting it will be a great, great run by both these trucks. How's that sound?
That's all you can hope for, Ken. But they've made it this far, and it's any man's game at this point.
Light is green, hitting that first ramp. They're trying to take it easy.
Oh, Kyle comes up short, and it's going to be Snakebite. Drew Epler, Mankind, going to the finals. My man.
Unbelievable. He was lulling everybody to sleep during the High Octane Coffee Company pre-show. I have no expectations. I'm going to lose in the first round. Man, oh man, that is not the case at all.
Oh, that's great.
Holy crap, look at that. By Terminal Velocity. Joe, is it even a possibility that we could have Snakebite eat up terminal velocity? Is it a possibility?
It is absolutely a possibility. You know, I mean, he's been smooth all night. You know, Jay-Z Jr., he's smooth too. It's definitely going to be a good race. I think if Mankind can keep a cool head and keep on doing what he's doing, he's got a good chance here.
Well, it's like you said, you have to kind of stay within yourself. You can't get crazy. He's got a really cool groove going right now, man. He's just got to keep that rhythm, doesn't he?
That's right, man. I mean, the hardest thing that I found on this, as opposed to driving in real life, is you have no idea how fast you're going. So it's real easy to overshoot jumps, undershoot jumps, and just totally mistime things because you have no depth perception. Like I said, you have no idea how fast you're actually going because you can't feel it.
Yeah, and you can't see things out to the side of the truck or under your feet. So John Zimmer Jr., terminal velocity, get ready to do battle here in the championship round against Snakebite and the upstart Drew Mankind Epler, Renegade Products Championship Round Racing. And what a doozy we have here. Joe, I'm excited for this. I'm stoked.
Me too, man. I'm glad to see him in the finals. It's going to be a great race.
He's in the same lane, man, waiting for green. Hot shoes, right lane, man, left lane. Here we go.
A little bit of advantage off the line of terminal velocity, but Snakebite going to get back in it. Oh, he doesn't have enough. By about a truck length, terminal velocity.
You know, it's funny. If Drew would have stayed within himself and did what he did the first 3 rounds, he could have got the win. But I think he got a little bit excited going up against Jay-Z Jr. and just decided, I'm going to hit that throttle. And he didn't line up that ramp just right, and it cost him terminal velocity.
Like I was saying, Ken, that's what makes it so difficult to be consistent on the sim is you can't gauge your speed by anything. So, yeah, he might have been a little excited. So. Zimmer Jr., terminal velocity, congratulations, man.
Yeah, that was a crazy racetrack. Every round, it was like the track. I got no practice the entire time. And how about Drew making the rounds? That
It's
was
awesome, man.
We were talking about that, Zimmy. You know, the thing about it is that was the one sloppy round of racing that Drew had. The 3 before that, you saw it. He was smooth as silk. I think you got under his skin a little bit there, Jay-Z Jr.
Yeah, he was running way faster than I could figure. Like, I couldn't figure the track out at all. And even my last pass, I tripped it. And I was like, well, let's hope he messed up too.
Man, oh man, congratulations. Week 1, week 2, week 4, week 5, week 6. 5 of 6. John Zimmer Jr., our racing champion. Joe Sylvester, that's what you call domination.
That's right, man. Jay-Z Jr., dude, you've been on rails every single one of these shows, man. You definitely got your dad's blood in you, and I can't wait to see you in a real truck, man.
Yeah, hopefully one day, sometime in the future, I might be in
sure,
one.
man.
But
I'm sure
I'm enjoying where I'm at. I'm working on trucks, so I wouldn't ask for anything different.
Awesome,
man.
Dude.
Listen, go get ready for freestyle and see if you can get a double down for the first time. But congratulations, Jay-Z. And, man, great stuff. The first 6 weeks, you have absolutely laid down the law. Good stuff.
Thank you.
All right, Joe Sylvester, John Zimmer Jr., 5 racing wins out of 6 attempts. And, we could just sit here all day long and talk and throw out all the descriptive adjectives. But at the end of the day, man, that's just the way it goes. This kid's got it dialed in. He knows his truck. Doesn't matter what the track is. He's just paying the bills to get the job done.
That's right, man. Now it's time for freestyle. We know all these guys have been turning it up every single week, and this track is no joke for freestyle either. There's some big jumps, a couple different ways to hit the backflip ramp, so it's gonna be pretty cool.
So freestyle here, waiting in the wings. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day after Memorial Day here on a Tuesday night. We've got things dialed in, and we're ready for freestyle here from Bridgeport Speedway in Swedesboro, New Jersey, week number 6. Now, you guys, do not forget Renegade Products, Never Ride Dirty, and Amsoil, the first in synthetic Yokohama tires that are not afraid to perform anywhere. And of course, FK Rod Ends, making components in the USA the right way. Full Throttle Battery also in our stable as sponsors. Good stuff there from Full Throttle Battery, Joey Sylvester. Power on demand, huh?
That's right, man. I actually just had a buddy of mine melt down one of his batteries in his lowrider running his hydraulic pump. So he called me up, and he got himself a Full Throttle battery, and he's back in action.
Was it Snoop? Was it Snoop Dogg? Was it Snoop?
No, it wasn't Snoop.
What's Snoop? All right, man.
I've been talking to him for a while.
It's been a while. He
been a while.
Cut you off, Joe. Snoop, I'm gonna have to get in there and smack him around a little bit. We can't be letting him cut out Joe. Woo! Here we go. Aaron Cromer, the record truck number 1 in freestyle. Joe Sylvester, we have several things we're looking for, but the one thing you can absolutely do to maintain maximum points is fill that clock.
That's right, man. It's worth 10 points if you just fill the clock. So you gotta build up a minute and a half run. You can't come out right off the bat because there's some big jumps out there, and you can land, and the truck takes a weird bounce, and your night's over.
It is a sharp-looking Chevrolet truck out there. Classic stuff. I love Monster Truck. Big fan of them. The Wrecker, your first truck coming up to the 1-minute mark, and so far looking pretty smooth, making good use of the obstacles. Big track out there, Joe.
Big track and a lot of jumps, a lot of room to gather yourself up if you take a bad bounce. And, it's Aaron's putting on a good show out here. He's doing a good job. He's starting to amp it up a little bit, starting to pick up the pace.
Oh, look at this. Right off the bat. Smooth. Nice backflip. You do a moonwalk.
I did a moonwalk right onto the nose. Very nice.
Love it. Checking some boxes, Joe. Checking some boxes. Nice and early.
Oh, this could be bad. Oh, nope. Truck ate it up. Another donut down in turn 4 down there.
Lots of action, lots of momentum. Not really slowing down, man. This is what you need. Continuous, nonstop action.
Oh, boy. Oh, that would hurt.
No shocks on the roof, man. No shocks on the roof. Didn't fill the clock, but Joe, good run from the Wrecker.
Yeah, it was a solid run. That was the best run I think I've seen him do so far. And then a little dirt nap there at the end. That would be a lights out moment right there for sure.
Man, oh man, the recoil. What is that? When those back shocks jump up and bite you like that, man, it just threw him in the air. Look at that.
Yeah, when you hit that steep of a ramp with that kind of speed, a lot of times the rear shocks they bottom out on impact, and then they rebound so hard that it just endos the truck over.
29 the score. Joe Sylvester, first place in freestyle right now. The Wrecker.
No, and I think that's a pretty good score. Our judges have been pretty on point every single week here at the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, and I think their judging has been very fair.
Bridgeport Speedway, Swedesboro, New Jersey. Of course, Monster Truck Throwdown, been there several times, always blows the lid off the place. My boy Elliot Miller, 29 the score. First place right now for the Wrecker, waiting for truck number 2. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday night here with the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Ken Nowitzki, and of course, my partner in crime in the booth, Joe Sylvester, getting ready for Drew Mankind Epler. Snakebite, a surprising night so far, Joe.
Hey, hopefully he could carry that momentum into freestyle here. He's second on the roster for freestyle, went all the way to the finals in racing, and hopefully he could keep that confidence here in freestyle, fill the clock, and put on a good run.
So he comes down off the first obstacle. Nice big air. Good way to start. Not quite into a bike, but he's doing good. Hitting the front side of all these obstacles in front of the crowd. Drew Mankind Epler and Snakebite.
Great air on the bus stack. Spinning around in turn 4 out there. You can definitely tell he's getting a lot more comfortable on the sim. He's throwing that truck around, and he looks very very fluid. Gonna hit the side of the backflip ramp.
29. Look at Snakebite. Just getting after it, Joe. Comes right out with a backflip in the first 30 seconds.
That's a super steep ramp over there.
Man, I love it. Old Drew Epler, he's just going all over, man. He's using every inch of this track, having fun. But he's got to get back here in the middle. There you go, cross tread. Look at this.
Oh, nice transfer over to the bus stack. Very cool.
Right onto the downside.
Oh,
is he really?
Oh. he was going for the bicycle and he just dumped it.
It was.
On the
It was
clock.
almost like, man, you know what? I got this down, Pat. I'm just going to go a little bike action for you. Overconfident.
Yeah, but he had a great transfer there, and he thought he'd try his luck at another little technical maneuver, and didn't work out too well.
Replays are up here. Good stuff, man. The full throttle battery replays from Freestyle Snakebite. Drew Mankind Epler having a great night all the way to the championship round in racing. Didn't quite meet what we were hoping he would do in freestyle, but nonetheless, great stuff. Just need to fill that clock. The score will probably not be too kind to him, but at 26, it's not that bad considering he got out as early as he did.
Yeah, he just definitely had 30 seconds left on the clock, so he's not going to score real high on time. But actually surprised air. I thought he had some pretty good air. Thought that would have scored a little bit higher on that. Not so much technical, but a little bit bigger air. So, but overall, good score. I think it was definitely a very fair score.
Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, week number 6, freestyle. We are 2 trucks in if you're just joining us. And the leader is the record with a score of 29. Of course, Snakebite there with a 26. As we work our way through all of these awesome virtual monster trucks on a Tuesday night right here from Swedesboro, New Jersey. The place, Bridgeport Speedway, and we are now waiting for truck number 3, Joe. So far, track has been throwing people around. Vincent Icard and the War Machine is up next.
That's right, and the Disharoon Racing Team's War Machine truck, kind of like the Saigon Shaker truck. That's a really cool looking truck. I don't know what that thing is. So wheelies or something, isn't it? That body?
Jeeper. It's really cool. And old flying Ryan Disharoon, great stuff. Coming out, announcing his presence with authority, the War Machine into a slap wheelie. This is good stuff early on, man. Early on.
Very nice slap wheelie. And Vincent's another one that's definitely contributed a lot to the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags behind the scene as well. Oh, man.
Get on it.
A little bit early for that.
I like it so far, man. Hey, Joe, look at that. No need for Renegade products. Not a scuff or a scratch on that truck.
No, it still looks brand new.
Brand
Another
new.
slap wheelie up and over the double, or the tabletop rather. Good run here. Good run.
Oh no. Oh, yeah.
He threw it in reverse quick there.
Whoa, Nelly. Gonna pull it out there. So far, I'm loving this. This is good stuff from the War Machine. Slap wheelie. This truck is obviously set up for slap wheelies, Joe.
It is a slap wheelie in machine right now, but it's taking the jumps really well too.
So we've had a couple of nice wow moments rolling into the final 25 seconds. So far, things are looking good. Joe, we need one more big wow moment. We need another wow moment.
Yeah, you got 20 seconds left on the clock. Now, as I like to say, it's time to get stupid.
Oh, my. Going to the backflip ramp. Going to check this box. Makes it look easy. Oh,
he's going to try to walk a wheelie out of that, too. Oh,
yes!
So close, so close. You got the 2 seconds left on the clock, so he won't get the full 10 for for filling the clock. But definitely a solid run. He got some great hits, plenty of wheelies.
All kinds of fun, man. That was a good ride. If you could strap up and be riding along with him, that would be a good time right there. Look at this. Perfectly executed backflip. Kind of a little corkscrew, gets up on one tire. Just can't save it, but I guarantee he was on the throttle to fill that clock. But, man, new leader, Joe.
7's all the way across the board and a 9 on time because he only had a couple seconds left. So definitely he's good enough for first and score a 30. So we'll see what the rest of the trucks bring. That was a great run. Definitely some room there for some improvement on everybody else's part, though. So it's going great so far.
Are you happy with the way everybody's using the track, Joe? Are they making good use of all the obstacles? Are they checking all the boxes?
Yeah, so far everybody's running from one end of the track to the other. Nobody's kind of hanging out in one corner of the track and hitting the same jump over and over again. So far, everybody's been doing a great job utilizing the entire track because it's a big one.
Overkill Evolution coming out hot. Looking good. No front clip on this truck, man. Look
No
at who
front
says
clip.
damage. Yeah, who says damage or back panels, man? This truck's already all beat up.
Bedsides are all busted up. He's missing one of them. No
Keeping it
tailgate.
real. Keeping it real. So far, so good, man. Riding the bike a little bit here. Technical scores. That's going to check a box there. Had a couple of nice hits. Nice slap wheelie. Ragged edge. This is kind of how old Mikey Botters rides himself, isn't it?
It is. It is. That truck's usually all tore up from Mikey pushing the envelope, and the front clip generally doesn't stay on because he stands it up on the nose so often. And that's really cool, the detail on this sim, that these guys put in. Oh, man, a transfer from that kicker out in turn 1 all the way to the infield there.
So far, this has been a really solid run, and like I said, right into a backflip. Good
Great
stuff.
momentum.
Great execution. The Dirty 30. We're into it.
Oh, that was sweet. That was really cool right there. That looked like a maneuver you'd see at a skate park or something, transferring from one vert ramp to another.
Look at this, man. Just using those containers like a boss, but gonna roll over into the fence. Didn't fill the clock. 9 seconds left, but nonetheless, a great technical run. We had some good big air. Didn't fill the clock. Man, this is why the judges make the big bucks, Joe Sylvester. Isn't that right?
That's right. We pay him in milk and cookies, though.
In high-octane coffee.
In high-octane coffee, that's right.
Hey, a new leader, 31 from Overkill Evolution. Look at that, Joe Sylvester. I don't know that I agree. But then again, my vote doesn't count. Overkill Evolution takes over that top spot.
Hey, that run had it all, in my opinion. He had it going on, just came up a little short on time.
Man, that's just good stuff. Truck came out looking solid. Stinger Unleashed back in the hole, Joe Sylvester. 31 the score to beat here on a Tuesday night. Hope you guys are having a great time. Joe Sylvester with me, Ken Nowitzki. Of course, follow us. I'm at Ken Nowitzki. Hit me up on Instagram, Twitter. I don't tweet a whole lot. I think it's kind of stupid, but whatever. Twitter's out there. You got Instagram.
I gave up on
Facebook.
it a long time ago. I gave up on Twitter a long time ago.
Well, Twitter. Hey, man. Joe, where can they find you at?
I am Joe Sylvester 8 on just about everything. Facebook, Instagram, Joey Sylvester or Joe Sylvester on YouTube. And we got Brad Shaw coming up in the Riptide truck.
Crush This, a monster truck podcast. I don't know, man. That profile picture, I just started calling him the Reverend Bradley Shaw. He looks like the Reverend standing there. So
He kind of does in that picture.
Doesn't he? The Reverend Bradley Shaw coming out big. Look at this right off the bat.
Man, I was really liking that transfer there too. Just like the last show, man. It's going to be hard for me to kind of figure out what I want to do later in the night because everybody's using up the whole track. There's not going to be a whole lot left of it that people haven't already used.
Now, I'm going to say this. I think so far the momentum, Bradley Shaw has got the fastest momentum on the track, and in between the change-ups, he's getting to these obstacles really fast. So that's working out well for him, but he's going to have to fill that clock. Old Bradley Shaw looking fantastic so far in Riptide.
We got to get Bradley to grow a mullet and get some old school Oakleys on to match this truck. Yeah, that would just totally complete the look of this thing.
I love it. Into the back flip for Riptide, the Chevy. That looks like a Chevy S10. Good stuff, man. He's doing some good work out here. 30 seconds left. We call it the Dirty 30, Joe.
That's right, 30 seconds to go. Time to let it all hang out. And he is, man. That was a heck of a jump.
Little rubbing into the wall. No big deal. Bradley Shaw back on the throttle. 15 seconds left. Nice. Big air.
Big air here. Oh.
This is a moment. Can he save it?
If he's going to keep on flipping all the way till the clock runs out.
Yeah. My was just driving it out into the parking lot. He didn't even stop it.
All the way over the catch fence.
Somebody told him the hot dogs were 2 for 1. My boy said, I'm out. Woo! Man,
Another
Riptide,
great
good
run.
stuff.
Another great run here for our Memorial Day edition of the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Brad Shaw and Riptide showing the highlights here.
Now, if you guys like podcasts and you love monster trucks, crush this, a monster truck podcast. You're going to have to go check that out. They bring in the big names, and man, they ask them good questions, and they just kind of get to the heart of these folks, Joe. They let you know what they're like outside of the things. Wow.
Yeah, they don't hold any punches back on that podcast, man. And hey, we got a new leader.
I'm loving it, man. I told you he had some serious momentum. The Reverend Bradley Shaw just putting a sermon up there. 33 points.
Oh,
boy,
Jay-Z
look at this
Jr.
one.
coming out mid-pack this week. You know, he's ready to do some damage right about the middle of the pack in freestyle. Usually he goes out towards the end. And I'll tell you what, this is somebody you don't want to have to follow up.
No, you don't, man. This little kid is on rails. Jay-Z Jr., terminal velocity, 5-time racing champion, and he's looking to get himself a freestyle championship. We have not had a double down champion all year so far. Let's see what terminal velocity's got in store for us.
Coming out
Nice.
strong with a transfer.
They're making it look so easy. They've got that dialed in right there. Big air right off the bat, Joe.
Man, that truck just hardly bounces at all. It's crazy.
It just soaks it up like a sponge. Far side of the track coming back at the back side of the bus stack. Some more big air. Slap wheelie right in front of the grandstand here at Bridgeport Speedway. Oh, my goodness. Look at this, Joe.
Come on now. oh, it gets better. Oh, there he goes again. There he goes again.
On one! I love it. That's amazing. The young man, Jay-Z Jr., and this terminal velocity run is solid.
Yeah, definitely solid. And he's checking all the boxes for sure. He's gonna have a high score and everything from big air to technicalities. Rolls it into a backflip.
Oh,
A little ballerina act there.
I'm liking it.
17 seconds left.
I'm loving it. The competition level is right where it needs to be. Riptide and old Bradley Shaw had an amazing run to take the lead, but John Zimmer Jr. is going to do one thing Bradley Shaw didn't. He's going to fill that clock, Joe.
He's going to fill the clock, and I guarantee you that'll be a 10 on the technical side of things for sure. That was pretty impressive.
My. Memorial Day weekend version of the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags and Terminal Velocity coming out, and John Zimmer Jr. basically saying, yeah, I'll take the racing win, and then I'm going to up it and see if we can get a lead here in freestyle. Not backing down from anything. All the obstacles, great momentum. Joe Sylvester, textbook, great freestyle.
A 37, 10 for air, 10 for technical, 9 for momentum, and 8 for air. What a fantastic run.
37 is the score. And man, if somebody hands you the chicken wing, there ain't a whole lot of meat left on that bone when there's a 37 out there, Joe.
No, there is not. That may even be the highest score that we've seen yet. Just got the official word. It is the highest score we've seen out of 6 events on the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags schedule. That is the highest score we've seen yet in freestyle.
So if you come to the party hungry, do not look for John Zimmer Jr. to leave a whole lot of food out there for you. Ross Bonar getting ready to come out here in the Monster Blog. We know monster trucks, but do they know freestyle, Joe Sylvester? We're going to find out right now.
No, Ross, he's just started with us a couple weeks ago, and he's been running solid. Comes out with some massive air.
From the other side of the track, did you notice that?
I noticed that. I did.
A little different look.
Clean run so far. 15 seconds in.
Solid. Black and green wrecking machine. Looking good.
Another one going to go for that transfer. Oh, that could have got bad.
but it did. So is this a Chevy or a Ford? What do we got here, man?
I don't know. Let me let you know when it flips back around.
Flip
I
back
think it's
around.
a Chevy.
Look at this. I think it's a Chevy too, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's a
man.
Chevy. It's
Chevy,
a
it's a
yeah.
Chevrolet. You know, Joe, that's the heartbeat of America right there. Take it all in.
You know, they don't use that in their advertising
they
stuff
don't.
anymore.
All the young kids are like, what the hell is Kenny talking about? I've never heard that before in my life. Yeah. Well, just so you know, it's a history lesson. All you whippersnappers out there, Chevrolet used to be the heartbeat of America. I don't know what the hell they are now. They need to work on their marketing. He's doing pretty good so
they do.
far.
Yeah, they do. They should have never lost that tagline. Right?
No.
Jeez.
Everything's built Ford tough back in the day. Chevrolet, heartbeat of America.
Look at that
this
crazy.
thing. Ooh.
Oh, he's hung up on the Jersey barrier with 10 seconds left to go.
He cased it there. Rode the rail. Good run, though, from Ross. Good stuff.
Great run. Very solid run. Definitely not going to take the lead, but hey, he improves every single week.
I need the kids out there to get on the message boards and tell me what the hell Chevrolet's new punchline is, because I don't know. So
I don't know either what it is.
I know they always talk about we got the 5 million JD Power Awards, 32 for the Monster Blog. Not bad at all for Ross and the big old Chevrolet. Ooh, American Revolution. Joe, I'm liking that. I got no problem with that either.
No, I'm not going to lie. I think that sucks. Heartbeat of America. That's much better tagline. Without a doubt.
That's solid. I love it. Oh, Chucky Pocket in Aftermath. Getting ready to come out. 37 is a score to beat from Terminal Velocity. Let's see what CP3's got for us, Joe.
You know, they used to have Bob Seger, too, that song, Like a Rock.
They did.
That was awesome.
Man.
That kind of stuff just sticks with you.
I love it.
Chucky Pocken coming out strong.
Little Kitty Wampus brings it right back into a slap wheelie.
Son of legendary.
My. Look at this.
Oh, boy.
Is he gonna?
Oh, he's going to take that. He's got it. He's got it.
Wow moment number one.
I think he did that on purpose, Ken.
He very well could have, man. He's got control of his truck, technical ability. He's been doing this all season long. Aftermath coming out, raising the bar. He's just having fun. That's what I like about CP3, man. He's out there having a great time. He's not worried about anything because he knows this truck all four corners.
Oh, man.
If he's get on it.
That makes my head hurt.
And he's back on all fours.
I think they're going to shut him down after that crazy ride.
Man, who shut him off? We need to have a talk. You can't shut off CP3, man. The kid's a wizard. What?
It appears to.
Oh, there's going to be a riot.
Yeah, a lot of times when somebody takes a absolutely horrible crash like that, they tell you, okay, that wouldn't have you wouldn't have walked away from that one in real life, so we're going to shut you off.
Come on, man. I've been to Monster Jam. I've seen stuff like this happen, and they just keep on going.
I think it's happened to me before, but I don't remember it.
Man, what a great run. That was good stuff. I love it.
You know, I actually had a crash in Montreal one time that I got knocked out, but I came to. And I got out of the truck and I did an interview, and I don't remember doing the interview.
Luckily we can usually see that you're having some cobwebs, and we'll usually walk you right where you need to be. But man, that was exciting, man.
Yeah, definitely not the run he was looking for. You know, he went out a little bit early. He had a great run started. You know, I mean, that was definitely going to be a contender, but unfortunately, put her on her lid a little too soon.
Taking a look over there, Joey. Terminal Velocity came out 37, Riptide, and my boy Bradley Shaw 33, and the Monster Blog Ross Bonner there with a 32. Great scores. Terminal Velocity just put that bar so high, but I got to be honest with you, Joe, Aftermath, CP3, he comes out and he does so many cool little technical things, and on top of that, he gives you the most amazing wow moments. It really is a shame he got shut off because he might have taken the lead if he could have filled that clock.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He has some great run. He had a great run started. But when you're hanging it all out like that, and you're trying to top a run like terminal velocity, you got to hang it out there. And sometimes you're the hero, sometimes you're the GOAT.
Cluster Truck and Danny Moss out there now, ready for some more carnage. Scored a beat of 37 from Terminal Velocity Tuesday night live from here. Swedesboro, New Jersey, Bridgeport Speedway is the spot as we get through that final third. And freestyle, Cluster Truck is now taking his licks at this Swedesboro, New Jersey track. I'm liking it. So far, good big air. Everybody's got that figured out that you can go from that one ramp. Somebody's out there on the track walking around. It looks good. No problem there.
I'll take. That was me, actually. You never know. I don't know.
Joe Sylvester.
I never know where. I had to get. I'm talking with you, Ken, and I'm losing track, and I didn't even have the game pulled up. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna be going here pretty soon. I better get logged onto the server, and I never know where it's gonna drop me. And it dropped me right in the middle of the track.
I love it. So Joe Sylvester's in the VIP package where you just get to walk on the track in the middle of freestyle.
Yep, like the movie Dodgeball. If you could dodge a monster truck, you could dodge a ball.
All right. Now, we just had a gigantic wow moment. 10 seconds left. Is that you, Joe? Are you?
No, that's not me on the track. Nope, that's not me down there. I don't know who that is down there now.
Look at this.
Oh, my God.
I've never seen this before.
That one hurt.
No,
he got out of the truck and ran away. That was Danny.
That's all Danny Moss.
Yeah, watch. He jumps out and runs away. He's like, I've had enough.
I'm good, man.
I'm out.
He's doing the Craig Christian thing. He's going to come out and dance in front of the crowd. I'm out. Oh, man. Well, he must have had a hot date because he wasn't sticking around, boy. But that was a pretty cool moment. 33 for Cluster Truck. Wow. Cluster Truck ranked number 3. Old Danny Moss. He got out of that 5-point fast, man. Woo!
Man,
what do we get here?
We got
10
another.
Trucks.
So many scores in the 30s. It's crazy, and it's so tough to follow that up because you have no idea what you're going to do to go out there and do something different.
Well, that is a highlight right there from Cluster Truck. Danny Moss, that was an awesome wow moment at the end. Didn't quite fill the score. That hurt him, but boy, oh boy, when you look at that 37 up there and you see what's happened since then, it really goes to show you that was a pretty special run. But Joe Sylvester, we're not done, are we? We got Avenger.
We have the patriotic red, white, and blue Avenger, especially for Memorial Day here. I think actually Jim ran this scheme in World Finals one year.
That is, man, he's had so many awesome Bel Air Chevrolet.
World Finals 20, I guess Jim Kohler ran a scheme very similar to this.
Slap wheelie, looking good. Good air, but that's his Avenger. I mean, good air. That's obvious. It's like you got to breathe to live. More big air, looking good. Look at it, it soaked that right up, Joe. Soaked it up like a big old sponge.
He did, man. He did. Kyle's another one that's been on this sim for quite a long time, and he knows his way around this.
And he's doubling, tripling these jumps, and it's pretty impressive, but he's making it look so easy. 50 seconds left on the clock. The launch up onto the main pod, down off of it into the middle of the track. Man, this truck is just taking this track. It's a boss. It's just owning this track.
Yeah, pretty much every hit is big air. I'll tell you, he's 30 seconds left on the clock. He's having a great run here, but he's going to have to step it up a couple notches if he's going to knock off that 37 of terminal velocity.
He's going to need a stoppie, a moonwalk. He's going to need something, not that, preferably.
Not an early rollover. Nope, that is definitely not going to do it. That's
Dude,
not
it's
what
a
he was looking
turtle
for either.
shell. Look at, he's a turtle.
Everybody's trying out there. That's a tough score to beat. A 37, like I said, it's the highest score we've ever had here. So everybody's trying to dig deep in the bag of tricks and figure out what they're going to do to beat that. And guys that we don't see normally crash out early are going down early.
Deep on the cover. Avenger 34. So, rank number 2. Riptide falls to the number 3 spot, and Clusterfuck Truck scratch that 33 into the number 4 spot. Yeah.
It's a family show, Ken.
What? Cluster Truck. I forgot the T. Oh, goodness. Who's that? I ain't even drinking. So Cluster Truck.
You sure? I thought I heard ice cubes over there.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're an ice cubes. I ain't tell you what's in there, but Spike is coming up next. Brian Siegel. But, man, you know what's funny? If you're going to name your truck like that for old-timers like me, you got to know. We know exactly what you're doing. Especially if you know about the military. Spike, here we go, Joe.
Brian's another one that knows his way around the sim, man. Expect a good run here.
Yeah, but man, 37, that top score is just fire right now. It is just the bomb, and you're going to have to come out and absolutely dominate. You're going to have about 3 or 4 wow moments. You're going to have to get your stoppies, your moonwalks, and, everybody's kind of figured that out, Joe. I know you're taking notes on this. They're all going from that far side into the main stack. They're getting that jump right into the main pod. So take those notes. Got to be different.
Oh, I am. I wanted to do that transfer, but I may throw it in somewhere in the run, but I'm definitely not going to do it first. A lot of guys have already opened with that, so I'll probably start at the other end of the track, and we'll see what happens.
A minute on the clock. 37 the score to beat from Swedesboro, New Jersey. Bridgeport Speedway, nice slap wheelie.
Walking the dog. Oh, stuffs the front bumper.
Oh,
is he going to save it? Oh, he got it, but he's hung up on the fence. Definitely not what he was looking for. A great save, but unfortunately gets hung up on the Jersey barrier there.
How much time do we have left? I didn't even see, but that's going to hurt him there bad. Yeah, when you can't get that 9 or 10 when you're filling the clock, everything else has to just be so amazing. And, man, it's the easiest. We like to talk about it, especially me, because I ain't driving these trucks. I could talk all day long, but you got to fill that clock. 27, 10th spot for Spike. And, that's a fair score based upon what we saw and the fact that there was still 47 seconds left on the clock. Right, it does look like that. So Bad Habit, the Memorial Day edition, is going to go out there and do some battle. Want to thank everybody for tuning in here on a Tuesday night. I hope you guys are having a lot of fun, and you're part of the family here. Want to send a big thank you out to Full Throttle Batteries. Full Throttle Battery Company demands of today's vehicles. They meet them. Built with high compression cells and heavy-duty case, they stand strong in the face of shock and vibration, which makes them perfect for this. Pure lead cells, thin plate technology, delivers reliable power again and again to meet the highest levels of demand. Full Throttle Batteries. Here comes my boy, my partner in crime, Joe Sylvester. Bad Habit Relapse, ready to hit the track, and it's Red, White, and Blue Memorial Day. Here we go with Joe. Old Joe Sylvester filling in for my boy Todd Morey. Been out the last couple of weeks. He's out working in New York. And then, of course, Scott Rain, the off-road voice, the road. I don't know what he says. He says he's the voice of all off-road or something. But old Scotty Rain, he'll be back with us next weekend. My name's Ken Novitsky, and yes, I do more than just drop F-bombs. I do all kinds of fun stuff. And Joe Sylvester trying to spawn in here as we wait for the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. I believe this is truck number, is this 12 or 11? Where are we at here? Truck 12. So you see the top 10 right there. And looks like Joe might be having a little problem with his truck. And we've got all kinds of good stuff. Terminal velocity, the score of 37, has been absolutely on fire. Want to send a big old thank you out to Yokohama Tires. For more than a century, Yokohama has been a world leader in the development of outstanding tire designs and technology, giving drivers better control on the road. Since its establishment in 1917, they have devoted themselves to advancing the leading edge of the industry. Driven by the needs of people, Yokohama continues to respond with environmentally compatible solutions engineered to outperform whenever the performance is needed. Yokohama Tires, joined now by Ross Bonar from the Monster Blog. Ross, welcome into the booth as we wait for Joe Sylvester. Great looking truck. Did you have a good time in the Chevy out there?
Oh man, it's been a great time here on the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, and it's great to be with you here again. Thanks for having me up here in the booth to watch Joe run here in Bad Habit.
Man, stick in here with me, Ross. Your Monster Blog. Talk a little bit about where people can find the Monster Blog, if you can.
Hey, themonsterblog.com. That's where we know monster trucks, and we're on all the social medias, Facebook. We're doing a lot with Instagram lately. We even got a TikTok, Ken. How about we're with all the young kids? We got a TikTok now.
I love it. My boy Ross is TikToking. All right, so the Monster Blog, they know monster trucks. Look at that beautiful black and green wrecking machine there. My boy Ross is going to hang out with me in critique freestyle here as we go into the final couple of trucks. Ross, I know you guys have been doing a little bit of reporting about the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags online. Not a whole lot to write about today, so you guys have kind of picked up the flag and said, you know what, we're going to cover this.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just trying to push some promotion out there to Joe because he's doing something really cool here with this. And it's so neat to have a chance to see some real drivers take on some of the best of the virtual drivers. And here we have Joe Sylvester in Bad Habit with that great-looking Memorial Day paint scheme. And Ken, take us away here. Freestyle time.
Ross is in the booth with me. We're going to go ahead and critique this like a couple of old all-pros. Joe Sylvester coming in from the other side of the track with gigantic air. Ross, that's how you announce your presence with authority. Get the big air early.
That's what you got to do, especially in a run like this. You got to start right off with wow moments, because when you're looking at a 37 back in the pits and knowing you've got to come out and try to do something to even come close to that, you got to come out of the gate strong, just like Joe did right there.
You're exactly right. 37, the score to beat. And I've got to be honest with you, 37, unbelievable score from Terminal Velocity. We might have a double down champion, but right now, Bad Habit trying to make sure that doesn't happen.
Oh, and that is a beautiful technical move up and over the van stack right there. For the folks that had the track and were practicing on it, that was one of the toughest obstacles out there, was hitting that van from that side, and Joe just walked her over there with beautiful precision.
You know, you talked a little bit earlier about how you've got people that are actual monster truck drivers taking on kids that are, 11, 12, 13, 15 in the virtual sense. This is a really cool place for them to have a chance to come out and do battle with some of their heroes. And in some instances, Ross, they beat them.
That's always the fun part, is whenever you've got some of these guys out there that are the guys you watch on TV, they're the ones out on the track, and then you get to race with them and beat them. That's fun. And look at this. Joe's going for the backflip. Oh, no. Catching the front. But look at this. What a recovery into the moonwalk off the backflip ramp.
So those Yokohama Tires digging in, busting out some donuts, and filled that clock. This is good stuff from this big old Ford. Ross, are you like me? Do you love those classics?
Oh, absolutely. And Joe is really glad right now that this is virtual, because he would have destroyed the front clip on Bad Habit right there.
I love it. Ross is in the booth with me here from the Monster Blog, and there's Joe Sylvester out on the track just staring down the Swedesboro, New Jersey Speedway, Bridgeport. Ross, I don't think it was enough to take the lead, and I'm right. Score comes in, didn't it?
Hey, that's impressive, though. And look at this. One of the things we've talked about in the past shows is you got to fill the clock, you got to fill the clock. And Joe did, and he's only the second truck in the lineup here to actually fill the entire time. And that's huge when it comes to the scores. And 35, that's a big one. Some weeks that would have gotten it done, not this week.
That's exactly right, Ross. That's a great point. Any other week, we'd be having a new leader right now with one truck left, and we might even have a chance to see old Joe Sylvester do a little dancing in the end zone. But right now, wasn't quite enough. Only the second time. Ross, when you get a 10 in time, those are free points. You got to check that box.
Yeah, and that's the surprising thing is that so many haven't quite done it, but that's that thing. Going for the 37, that everything normal's out the window. You've got to go big every move, and that's what we're about to see Blake Granger do here as we close out freestyle.
Joe Sylvester's back in the booth with us. Ross Bonar, we got Joe Sylvester and Ken Novitsky as we get last week's freestyle champion, Granger Racing. And guys, just so you know, if I'm not mistaken, last week he was still working with 4 keys. He doesn't even have the steering wheel yet, and he won the freestyle using it the old school way with the 4 keys, front, back, left, right. That's impressive.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not going to save it this time.
Boy, if he could have pulled that off right there, that's instant going to the top of the board, but just wasn't in the cards tonight.
It wasn't, but you want to talk about a wow moment. Man, he was a minute into this thing. Not even. He had a minute left. If he could have pulled that off and got a couple other tricks, we might have saw something.
Oh yeah, some of these jumps are just treacherous on this track. You don't know how they're going to throw you.
So Granger Racing punches out at about 1 minute left on the clock. Not going to get it done. Last weekend's winner in freestyle comes in and unfortunately gets the lowest score so far in Outlaw Monster Truck Drags freestyle from Swedesboro, New Jersey. My goodness.
First double down.
So we
JZ
did.
Jr.
Freestyle winner, double down. Jay-Z Jr. I'm in here with Ross Bonar. I got my boy Joey Sylvester and now Jay-Z Jr., John Zimmer Jr. Congratulations, man. The first double down winner in the series all year long.
Yeah, thanks, man. I've never even got a double down in anything virtual, so this is pretty huge, especially being able to do it in Joe's Outlaw Monster Truck Drag, so I couldn't be any more happy.
Joey, the young man came out, lit it on fire.
That's right, man. It just that was a killer run. Zimmer, did you know that was the highest score that we've had so far?
No, I did not.
Yeah, out of 6 shows, nobody's scored that high yet. Of course, I got my highest score tonight. But yours is 2 points higher.
I know you were laying down that was a heater of a run.
Yeah, we messed around with the shocks and the truck just works so much better now. Like the other one just bounced around so much and looking a little bit more like yours out there now. Yours just soaks everything up and you just you make it look easy, man, and it's definitely not.
Yeah, thank you.
John Zimmer Jr., we've got the Godfather here from the Monster Blog, Ross. Ross, 37. You hit it right on the head. You said a 35 would normally probably get you right where you need to be, but not this weekend, Ross.
That's right. It's been a ton of fun watching John Zimmer Jr. You're doing a great job out there, man. And, hey, we're all just looking forward to the day when we can see you do this in a real truck.
Thank you, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that, too, hopefully sometime in the future, but can't change. I wouldn't ask for anything different where I'm at in my life, so.
I love it, man. John Zimmer Jr., thankful, our first ever double down winner. John Zimmer, go ahead and pop out, man. Congratulations. Great stuff. Ross, Joe, we've got nothing left on the table, do we? We pretty much finished this feast, didn't we, boys?
We did, man, and we did it in a good amount of time, too. We've been trying to keep this down to between an hour and an hour and a half so the fans don't take up too much of their evening. And now we knocked it out here, man. We're getting more fluid at this every single time we do it.
Hey, Joe, it's been a great event once again, and you got to give a call, though, to some of these guys that are making this thing happen. We kind of get to see in some of the background of all this and the folks that are doing the video feeds and making the tracks and all this. We got to say thanks to Mark Collinari, who built our cluster truck and TMB trucks that we race. But Joe, tell us about all these guys that are doing all the work for you behind the scenes here.
They're putting in a ton of work. Kyle Knickerbocker, he puts in a ton of work into this. Tommy Verilone, both of them guys, my hat's off to him. Vincent Acard, he did the intro, and our streamer, who likes to remain unanimous at this point, he does a heck of a job too. I mean, he makes this thing look like a really, really professional production. I have no idea how the hell any of them do it, but I just let them do their thing. and they make it look good.
It's been awesome. Ross, real quick, talk a little bit about the Monster Blog, and we're going to go ahead and punch out.
Well, thanks, Ken. Yeah, themonsterblog.com. You know, we've been around. This is actually our 15th anniversary here in 2020, and we're still putting out content. We're just looking forward, like everyone else is, to the days when we can get to go into some live events again and bringing you more of that action. And that's what we're chomping at the bit. But until then, we've got the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags.
That is Ross Bonar. My name's Ken Nowitzki. My boy Joe Sylvester. Want to send a big thank you out to High Octane Coffee Company. You know, not your average coffee shop, not your average coffee. Full throttle batteries, power on demand. FK Rod Ends, making components in the USA the right way. Yokohama Tire, man oh man, inspired for your next adventure. Amsoil, the first in synthetics and Renegade products. Never ride dirty. I hope you guys had a great Memorial Day. We want to send a big thank you out to all the brave men and women of our United States Armed Forces. We love you. We are so thankful for that. You're just willing to sacrifice it all for this great republic. So we pray for you each and every night. On behalf of the entire crew here at Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, this has been a great Tuesday night. Good night. God bless. And we'll see you guys again real soon for episode number 7 of the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Good night, everybody, from Swedesboro, New Jersey. And we will see you guys soon. And waiting for green. Hot shoes, right lane and left lane. Here we go.
A little bit of advantage off the line of terminal velocity, but Snakebite going to get back in it. Oh, he doesn't.
And waiting for green. Hot shoes.
Down in turn 4 down there.
Lots of action, lots of momentum. Not really slowing down, man. This is what you need. Continuous, nonstop action.
Oh, boy. Oh, that would hurt. There, you can definitely tell he's getting a lot more comfortable on the sim. He's throwing that truck around, and you know, he looks very, very fluid. He's gonna hit the side of the back with it.
29. Look at Snakebite. Just
contributed a lot to the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags behind the scenes as well. Oh, and he's called, man.
Get up!
A little bit early for that.
Oh, I like it so far, man. Hey, Joe, look at that. No need for.
Like, as I like to say, it's time to get stupid.
Oh my. Going to the backflip ramp. Gonna check this box. Makes it look easy.
Oh, he's gonna walk a wheelie out of that too. Oh, red sides are all busted up. He's missing one of them. No
Keeping
tailgate.
it real. Keeping it real. So far, so good, man. Riding the bike a little bit here. Technical scores. That's gonna
Transfer from that kicker out in turn 1 all the way to the infield there.
So far, this has been a really solid run, and like I said, right into a backflip. Good
Great.
stuff.
To grow a mullet and get some old school Oakleys on to match this truck there. That would just totally complete the look of this thing.
I love it. Into the backflip for Riptide, the Chevy. I was the Freestyle Championship. We have not had a double down champion all year so far. Let's see what Terminal Velocity's got in store for us.
Coming out strong with the transfer.
Solid.
Yeah, definitely solid. And he's checking all the boxes for sure. He's gonna have a high score and everything, from big air to technicalities. Rolled it into a backflip. Clean run so far. 15 seconds.
Solid. Black and green wrecking machine. Looking good.
Another one going to get up for that transfer. Oh, that could have got bad. Run out strong.
Little Steve Wampus brings it right back into a slap wheelie.
Legendary.
Look at this.
Oh, boy. Oh, he's going to take that. He's got it.
Okay, now taking his licks at this Swedesboro, New Jersey track. I'm liking it. So far, good big air. Everybody's got that. The Joe Sylvester is the VIP package where you just get to walk on the track in the middle of freestyle.
Yep. Like the movie Dodgeball. You get dodged a monster truck, you get dodged a ball.
Oh, now we just had a gigantic wow moment. 10 seconds left. And he's doubling, tripling these jumps, and it's pretty impressive, but he's making it look so easy. 50 seconds left on the clock. The launch up onto the main pod. Down.
With that great-looking Memorial Day paint scheme. And Ken, take us away here. Freestyle time.
Ross is in the booth with me. We're going to go ahead and critique this like a couple of old all pros. Joe Sylvester coming in from the other side of the track.